Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. Gabriel passed through the stone gate to venture further into the land of the dead, and it's getting hot in there. Seeing the eroding titans lumped together is a grim, heartbreaking reminder that even the fiercest of protectors don't stand a chance against the forces of darkness, and it is a greater reason not to abandon hope. I am reassured that Gabriel is firmly grasping it in spite of not seeing himself as worthy. To me, he is more than that and will make sure Pan's sacrifice will not be in vain. A hike through the land of the dead is a surefire way to decompress. Not my ideal place to go to. I prefer a swamp. But I really don't really have that much choice. That was over 19 videos ago, if I'm remembering correctly. I fear if I turn back, then Pan's sacrifice would definitely be for nothing. And the fire cemetery would be forever inaccessible. No wonder it's getting hot.
So the old god is dead. It has come to this at last. The blood of a god has opened the way. Good, Gabriel, very good. There is only one true god, and all usurpers must be cast aside, though Pan's sacrifice was not in vain. Now our warrior of light can proceed to his final destiny. The Lord of the Dead is the most powerful of the Lords of Shadow. Gabriel will need every ounce of his being to defeat him. I worry for him, though. His mind is tired, broken even. He questions his faith. He questions his heart. Can he succeed? Come, my friend, just a bit further, and you shall see your Marie again.
I think that there is only one true God belief was what transformed the Roman Empire into a Christian nation. When the Roman Empire was still young, it still worshipped the Greek gods, but the names were changed, some of the mythologies were modified, or new ones were written. Essentially, the Roman Empire worshipped a mostly polytheistic, it worshipped a multitude of gods, making their set of beliefs mostly polytheistic. When Christianity was on the rise, that religion was worshipped less and less, which would make this summary of this chapter as historically accurate. But that belief was also the reason the Roman Empire declined, and it eventually led to the downfall of the Byzantine Empire, because the Crusades. I'm trying to remember these events at the top of my head. Though, during the early stages of the Crusades, most warriors and knights from Europe were sent to fight in Jerusalem to take the Holy Land back from the infidels, aka Muslims, that resided in there. Apparently, the thought of coexisting with another faith, or people that saw a different path to God, disgusted them, and that resulted in bloodshed. But I think during the Third Crusade, they turned on each other. The European knights and warriors that were sent to that were sent to the Middle East were fought against their own brethren because they invaded Constantinople, and that eventually made them practically defenseless when the Ottomans attacked years later. Sorry if that wasn't accurate, but the belief that there is one true God did a lot more harm than good. Okay, you can make this jump. Well, that didn't work. Dang it! In a Christian Roman Empire, continuing to worship the Greco-Roman gods was considered idolatry, and the punishment was severe. That was probably why Bluefangs told the bishop that God's love was not unconditional in the first season of the Castlevania Netflix series. Jesus' message of love and acceptance was forgotten soon after he was crucified. It's horrible. Dang it. Are they supposed to be zombies? They are zombies. Okay, let's see how they differ from how they are typically portrayed in Hollywood. Zombies are the most basic creations of a master necromancer and form the rank and file of the Lord of the Dead's army. These reanimated corpses are an amalgam of different body parts, sewn together in a rough humanoid shape, so it is not uncommon to see zombies with more than one head or multiple arms. Zombie carcasses are very fragile and weak, so they usually attack in large groups, using their numbers to overwhelm an enemy. Works every time during an apocalypse. why do I have a feeling I'm going to need a dark crystal very soon? I thought it was the camera angle acting wonky. Thank God an undead knight that's not animated. You found a light magic gem. Collect 5 to increase your light magic capacity. Why there are so many coffins lying around the ground never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to both amaze and scare me. Because leaving coffins out in the open, especially in what I suppose is the underworld, or at least the entrance to it, is never a good sign. Hurry! I can still see the sun, which probably means I'm still in the physical world. Wish me luck on this jump. Crap. Second time's a charm. That's a lot of fire, isn't it? Locked himself in a cage. Funny. Oh, now I know why the Capara has locked himself up in there. It's so Gabriel can't reach him so easily. Making this the toughest puzzle to get to him yet. Finally! It took me days of hard work setting it up, but I found a way to close the 3 locks of the giant bird cage structure. There were birds in the underworld? It was so easy, and all I needed was a power crystal to energize the keys. Now, the rest of the night will have to lure the creature out here, to trap it inside and get out of this cursed graveyard. Gonna be hearing that voice for most of the evening. Not looking forward to it. No kidding. Hey.
Over here, monkey boy.
Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna have that stuck in my head?
Blind you are!
I can see you fine. It's Toph who's blind. She won't care.
Sort of sad you are! Hot!
dang it!
In front of you! Can you see me? In front of you! Can you see me? Haha, found me! In front of you! Can you see me?
Perfect, the life gems. Yep, you're your life gem medallion, upgrading your health.
Short of sight you are!
Short of sight you are. The Koopa Karas is writing a musical.
Short of sight you are!
Case in point.
Short of sight you are! In front of you! Can you see me? Hot! Hot!
Got one! Well done. Now destroy the other heads.
Hot! Hot!
The Koopa Kara seems to be having fun.
Hot! Hot! Haha, found me!
This device is broken. Why is it glowing then? They're not making this easy.
Hot! Hot! Short of sight you are!
I see a gap in that wall.
Hot!
Perfect, there's a working device. This must be where the dark crystals are growing, just in case I don't have one handy.
Haha, found me! Hot! Hot! Short of sight you are!
Are you? The heat is incredible. I don't think I can make it. If it hadn't been for Gaddafi and his incredible creation, I wouldn't have got this far. God protect him and the one who is chosen. God protect us all from the spell. That knight must have known about the combat cross, but wasn't chosen by the Brotherhood to wield it. That could have spared Gabriel from being here, but here we are. And here the super terraces, with two heads down, and hopefully one more to go. Though I wouldn't count on it.
In front of you! Can you see me?
I swear that it never stops talking.
Sort of side you are! In front of you! Can you see me? In front of you! Can you see me? In front of you! Can you see me? In front of you! Can you see me?
I've had a rough day today, so his voice isn't the worst thing that's happened to me. Putting up with that voice isn't the worst thing that's happened to me. But at least that case is just Jordan that can easily give that imp a taste of his own medicine.
Sort of side you are! Sort of side you are!
You need your powers back before entering the crematory oven.
Sort of side you are! Found me!
Oh gosh. There is nothing but death before me. The fires of hell burn bright, and there is no escape. The Lord of the Dead sees all, and I am here fighting creatures that resemble corpses. I hear the tortured screams of my brothers, and my skills seem useless against all but the weakest of the creatures. Just becoming focused requires extreme skill. Heaven help me. I fear I am not up to the task.
In front of you! Can you see me?
Now he's burning in eternal damnation forever. Assuming the knight fought in the Crusades.
Sort of side you are!
Or kept the peasants in line in feudal villages. I'm pretty sure the Crusades took place after the Lords of Shadow.
Hot! Hot! Found me!
Got you! And hopefully that's the last time I'll ever put up with you. Good riddance. I don't understand how that group of caparas could put up with being in that cage. Standing over that lava pool is worse than being in a sauna. Oh, but I need to get the Dark Crystal back. Most of the time I keep it whole to remember in Claudia's memory. There's going to be a trial coming up later on that Gabriel would need to perform a set of skills in order to complete it, and that involves using it on a large horde of zombies at once. As you can imagine, it's harder than it looks. Horde is there to keep me from opening the gate. The key is using the dark gauntlet. Risk your life. That's the fastest health. That's the fastest recovery I've ever seen. That's the last of the zombies. Who would have thought? In order to solve that puzzle, these gongs all have to ring at the same time. And for once, I didn't need to use the cyclone boots to complete it. Gabriel won't be on Easy Street much longer. The crematory up in a waste. And frankly, I'm not sure which is worse. Having to sacrifice Pan to get there, or risk being cooked. Yeah, the stakes are sky high in this. The risks are sky high in this level. And I would be anxious in Gabriel's shoes, I'm not gonna lie.
Fueled by the very flames of hell itself, the crematory oven is where the gravedigger does his ghastly work. A powerful demon, whose mighty shovel can cleave a man in two with one stroke. The gravedigger will rip the very soul from Gabriel, given half the chance. Yet I sense that our hero is more than a match for this creature. This could be interesting indeed. I sense Gabriel's rage welling up within him, and I wonder who is the more terrible, our hero or the demon.
I knew the answer to that question a long time ago. Ah, shoot. Gravedigger. The necromancers had to keep a constant supply of corpses in order to build their army of the undead. To sustain the immense cemeteries where all these bodies were kept, the necromancers relied on the gravedigger, an enslaved, nameless demon mutated and empowered with the tainted magic of these evil sorcerers. The gravedigger uses a giant shovel to exhume the dead, and this also makes a formidable weapon in combat. So basically this oven is one huge crematorium run by the gravedigger. That should have been obvious. It amazes me that it's so easier to fight than in the Titan graveyard. Definitely because I have more room. Shit! did it! And that leaves only one. My anxiety's back. I've come too far to turn back now. I've got a bad feeling about what's going to awaken in this room besides the gravedigger. It's generous of him to have a healing statue.
Let's do it. Guess I can't walk. Blocking saves lives. Take this. Should have known that light. Should have known that white orb of light meant it was unblockable. Of light magic. He's temporarily incapacitated. Now's the time. is just great. Okay, I think I gathered my bearings. Magic meter depleted too soon. Be risky. before the doors closed. Come on. Wesley, you rule. Amateur mistake, just standing there. Oh no. The lava's beginning to rise. Come on, quickly! He got burned to death, didn't he? He made it alive. That's always a relief. Until you turn your back and accidentally fall off. Another amateur mistake. It's odd, I never fully understood why the lava started to rise just when the gravedigger fell to his death. Is the gravedigger secretly controlling the lava, or did the lava just happen to rise after he fell? I have questions. Gabriel clearly can't go back the way he came. Maybe he can. He found the shadow magic gem. But it won't save you from getting incinerated. Case in point. That's probably because I waited too long. They who hesitate is lost. There's no time to hang around. The lava's gonna be up here any minute. I can feel the heat already. Note that giant skull right in front of me. Definitely not a good sign. Then again, what is a good sign in such an abysmal place like this? I made it. Gabriel's wounded, but he made it. That's all that matters. Nothing to spend my points on, unfortunately. This brings us into Chapter 11. The Necromancer's Abyss is next. But in the meantime, I'm going to find someplace cool before I get ready to dive down there in case it's hotter than the cemetery and the crematory oven. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Go.